The only fight that makes sense for Bud is Canelo. The only fight that makes sense for Canelo, if he want to fight somebody and he want a super payday, Bud Crawford is it.
For sure. There's no fighter out right now that's bigger than Crawford Canelo. No fight.
I agree. I agree.
You know, so a lot of people say, oh, well.
No one saw that coming, but Terence Crawford just shocked Canelo Alvarez in a live interview. Everyone thought Crawford was taking it easy for months while they waited for Jermall Charlo or maybe Spence 2.0, but had bigger plans. Though, he finally got a fight with Canelo after calling him out for months. Also, Terence told all boxing experts and pros in a recent live talk to stop putting him down. In boxing, no one else is ready to say what he did. Most boxers still think that Canelo Alvarez is the best in the business, but Crawford just walked into a live interview and said, "I want him. I am ready. I don't care about size." Let's look at what Crawford said in more detail. Crawford stated in the interview that he has always faced larger opponents, including welterweights, super welterweights, and now junior middleweights. He's essentially built a resume by knocking out individuals who are supposed to be too large, too powerful, or too much.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I have not been against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
Too much. But when the subject of facing Canelo came up, Crawford did not blink, he did not pause. He stated, "If we can make that fight happen, I would happily accept it. Canelo is a potential Hall of Famer and an excellent boxer, and I want to meet the best. That's the type of fight that excites me. And it's not all smoke. That's a dude planting his flag on the damn mountain, daring Canelo to climb it."
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo though?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Let's not pretend that people haven't been attacking this idea for years. Oh, Crawford is too little. Oh, Canelo is quite powerful. Oh, the weight class difference is too big.
Along my career, I've been criticized and people have taken credit away from me just to try to diminish my accomplishments just off of pure hate. So what would they be able to say with me going up 2 weight classes? If Canelo become undisputed again and I beat Canelo, what could they say? They'll say something, but what
they're gonna find something, you know that.
But what can they really say?
Right.
You know?
Crawford heard everything and prepared it. In the same interview, he stated that he is fed up with people using Canelo's size as an excuse to protect him. He even stated, "People often say he's too big and too strong, but how many fighters do you know have said that and are still battling guys who are physically larger than them?"
Right. I need the doubters to fuel me. Right. I need the people to say, "Oh, well, look at his fight against Majimov. You know, what you think he'll do if he go up 2 more weight classes?" I need that, you know, because that's gonna make me more focused and turn into a different animal. So I need the people to say, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," or "I'm not strong enough," or "This person gonna knock me out," because that makes me get up and, you know, turn into Super Saiyan.
Right.
Crawford has been fighting above his normal weight for a while. The boxing community has forgotten what he did to Errol Spence. He dismantled him like a sparring buddy. That was not meant to happen. Remember, Spence was the bigger, stronger guy. Crawford made him look like a beginner. So, if he can do that to Spence, why shouldn't he think he can defeat Canelo?
As you move up in weight, some of the time they say like, well, you move up in weight, you lose some of the power. But do you feel that you'll still be able to maintain that level of quickness moving up 2 weight classes? I mean, that's going to be 14 pounds, moving up 14 pounds. Are you still going to be able to possess? Because everybody says, well, Canelo.
The fight is officially begun, and it's coming far sooner than anyone anticipated. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford has been set on September 13th, and tickets are now officially on sale. The clash of undisputed kings is no longer just fantasy, it's a full-blown fact. The event was originally planned for September 12th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, but was moved at the last minute due to a college football conflict. But guess what? That did not stop Turki Alalshik from planning this massive fight. In truth, he doubled down. The fight is now part of Riyadh season's blockbuster PPV list, and venues including as Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and New York are trying to host it. Whether it ends up in the US or back in Saudi Arabia, one thing is certain. Turki Alalshik is the brain behind it all. He not only saved the fight, but made it the most talked about boxing event of the year. And with TAZN exclusive viewing rights, this is more than just a fight. It's history in the making.
If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez. And he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you. So, he got that in the back of his head. This guy, for one, he's tough.
For years, Canelo Alvarez has been ducking Crawford's smoke, and fans have seen through it. When Terence Crawford's name came up, Canelo would reply with the same justification: he is too little, he's not in my weight class, therefore that fight makes no sense. Which makes sense.
Tonight, Terence Crawford was with Turki Alalshik at the other event across town. Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turki Alalshik calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
Bud Crawford, just won his debut at 154. Said if the money's right, we'll fight. Everybody wants that fight. What do you feel about that matchup? People saying the weight, all this stuff. How do you feel about that?
Everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2-3 weights class less than me. But if the money is right, why not? Right? Why not? But look, I'm focused 100% on Berlanga. I know I have a challenge in front. I never overlook any fighter. So I'm focused 100% in this, and then we'll see.
But let's get real. Crawford's resume speaks for itself. He's wiped out divisions, grabbed belts like Pokemon badges, and made skilled fighters look like beginners. The size argument is no longer valid. Crawford is moving up to classes only to make this fight happen. That's how much he wanted it. Furthermore, Canelo has been on speed control lately. Yes, he has fought huge names. Yes, he has made history. But hear me out. He hasn't faced a truly dangerous threat since Bivol. What happened then? He got cooked.
When I say I don't want to fight Mexican, it's because I represent Mexico. And that's why. But I don't care. I fight anybody. And I fight all my entire life anybody. What do you think? I don't want to fight with Juan Mexico or Benavidez. But look, I hear his dad talking a lot of shit. But look, he's accomplished nothing. One single champion, Anthony Dirrell. Please, don't disrespect myself. Please, guys.
Crawford mixes speed, footwork, timing, ring IQ, and knockout power. He mimics Mayweather and Pacquiao, but with a vicious streak. If Canelo fights him and wins, it will be heritage GOAT talk. If he managed to avoid him, The internet would call him a cherry picker for life, so he had no choice but to sign on the dotted line.
I love being there, fighting, and give the fans what they want, a fight. And you know, I enjoy what I do, and I still love boxing, and you can see tonight.
And lastly, for me, tonight, Terence Crawford was Turkey Al-Sheikh at the other event across town. Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turkey Al-Sheikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
Let's talk matchups. Who really has the advantage? Canelo has the power. He's a hefty, strong 68-pounder with a granite chin. He has body shots that break ribs and walk down pressure that exhausts dudes. But Crawford has that smooth, slippery. How did you hit this guy's style? Southpaw, orthodox, it does not matter. He swaps mid-combo, he set traps. He adjusts like a damn machine. And when he smells blood, he kills dudes without pause.
Given the circumstances of Black versus Mexican and the history, I've always did bigger numbers than anything. You know, besides Manny Pacquiao, Floyd, you know, Conor McGregor. But yeah,
you believe these numbers will be comparable to that? And there's projections that this fight is going to do somewhere between 600 and 750, or $750 million. Floyd right now has the record. He and Pacquiao did 600 million in revenue. You believe this fight, you, Canelo, Netflix, can approach that number or go north of that number?
I don't know, because it's a different...
And don't forget that Canelo has battled with quick, savvy boxers. Mayweather, Bivol, and even Lara gave him trouble in the past. If Crawford can keep his speed and stamina till 168, we'll have a true 50-50th fight.
I think Bud gonna cook Canelo. I think he's gonna cook him. I think, you know, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, you know, in certain fights,
Boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would like apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's like physically kind of big, but like height-wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so, no.
Corey, how you got a decision to stop it? Because Brandman and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop it.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone and talked about it, but I think that's possible. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud can crack too. So.
And what'd you think of Canelo over the weekend? Did that look like the same type of Canelo you fought a few years ago? And yeah, what'd you think of that?
No, I don't think it's the same Canelo. Not quite, but also I kind of figured it was going to be like that, honestly. You know, I heard Canelo say in the interview, like, I don't really like fighting guys who move around that much like that. And William Skull being a Cuban fighter, like, I knew he was going to do that. And so was curious to see, you know, how Canelo would handle that. And, you know, he kept the ring off well, but that guy just, I felt like he didn't really want no part. And it makes for not as appetizing fight, but still got that fight in September with him and Crawford, so we'll see.
With him getting older, does that only, you know, feel like you increase your chance that you could beat him in a rematch, Canelo?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
What about Crawford?
As soon as we fought, the next day, I'm like, man, if we fight again, I'm gonna beat him. Yeah, you know, that's just that's how I feel, you know? I feel like, okay, a few minor adjustments, get the job done.
What about Crawford? Do you think his chances got better, at least the way how you were seeing things heading into the last fight with him and Skull?
I think it's a stylistic matchup, you know, and William Skull don't fight nothing like Terence Crawford. So we're not going to see the same type of fight come September. I think we're going to see a great fight, real good fight.
You and Terence have always had like a good relationship, but if he makes Canelo come off the titles, is he on your radar then in the division?
Yeah, I mean, all the top super middleweights are on my radar. You know, I want to face the best, and you know, a lot of fighters say that, but I don't feel like a lot of them have shown and proved that. I feel like I've shown and proved that, so I want to face the best.
The boxing world is split on this one, which is what makes it so interesting. Every expert, combatant, and dedicated fan has a different view on how this will play out. Some say that Canelo's stature, strength, and expertise at 168 will be too much for Crawford to handle. Others are banking on Bud's excellent footwork and keen fight IQ.
If you're going to call anyone who says that Canelo wins a hater for saying that he's too big and he's too young, you know, in his prime age, and Crawford is a bit over the hill for Canelo and stuff like that, all you need to do is listen to Crawford.
Nah, I would never think me and Canelo would fight. He's 168, 175, and I'm just 147. So
everybody keeps bringing up Canelo. I think that's weird.
We can do something at a catch weight, 160 or something.
What's the highest you could fight at, realistically?
I think 154 will be my max, given the age. I'm about to be 36 years old.
Terence Bud Crawford was responding to people who thought he had a chance. He said, I appreciate it, but we'll never fight. For everybody who thought he has a chance, he was telling him, I don't. Now, I want all you Bud buddies to say Crawford's a hater.
Jake Paul joined in during his news conference for the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight, adding gasoline to the flames. According to Jake, Canelo is past his prime, and he stated unequivocally that he would have defeated Canelo Wild, showing how divided even the most loud figures in the game are.
I'm about to be a two-time undisputed fighter, so that's all about.
You mentioned the Cuban style up there. What other challenges does Skull present to you, though?
Oh, he's a very skillful fighter. He's got a lot of talent, and but you know, I've been in the with all kind of the styles, so I can adapt myself to any fighter, and I'm ready for me.
Canelo's recent performance against William Skull did not help his cause either. The fight was slow-paced, and the fans were unimpressed. Meanwhile, Crawford's unblemished record and supremacy have the streets confident he will shock the world again. Crawford stated unequivocally that Canelo brings the bag, which he respects, but he also stated that he is not simply chasing the money. He wants legacy, which is a shock given that, in recent years, people have questioned whether Canelo is chasing bags rather than titles. Do you think Crawford didn't notice Canelo's chose to fight Jermall Charlo rather than David Benavidez or Bivol too? Crawford is too brilliant not to notice the trend and declare, let's make it happen, but just crush the he's just talking idea. He wants the smoke, and if Canelo fails to match that energy, fans can say so loudly. Crawford is real. Canelo is safe.
Terence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Who y'all got?
Canelo. Crawford's going up 2 weight classes, bro. He's gonna be too slow.
He got the
skill. He's gonna be too slow.
Yeah, he's 2 weight class heavy. I just hope that Crawford is not overdoing himself with the weight, and he underestimated because he never got hit with somebody like Canelo.
Puerto Ricans be crazy, man. They fight just like Mexicans. They get down.
So I got a question. I got a question from him. Now, if Terence Bud Crawford was here right now and he was to say that to you,
honestly, I love Terence Crawford. I love Canelo. I'm Mexican, so you know I gotta go for my Mexican.
But he Bud, man, because he's looking at me right now.
yeah, man, he's over here. He picked Canelo. He picked Canelo over you, man.
I'm a fan, my brother. Man, nah, but you feel me, my brother? I'm Mexican, so can I take a picture with you, my brother?
If Bud pulls this off, say he fights Canelo and wins, we could be looking at the best fighter of this age. Uncontested at 140, uncontested at 147, the undisputed king of 168 is now being called out. This is all-time fantastic behavior. This isn't simply ambition. It's deliberate greatness in action, which is why Bud's fans hold him in high regard. He's not on Twitter, starting fake beef. He isn't ducking fading. He's not looking for power. He's after greatness with every step he makes.
I don't think Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia 2 is a big fight.
I was gonna ask you about that.
I don't think that's a big fight. I don't think Canelo Crawford's a big fight.
No?
I think I think Canelo Benavidez is a big fight.
I think that's huge.
I don't think a dude moving up 3 weight divisions to go fight a dude that's twice his size, you know, I know he looked bigger than him the other day, but I'm obviously, you know, regardless, I don't think that's not making a big fight.
What is making a big fight? Like, how do you make a big fight?
You take the best person in one weight division, you put another person in the weight division, make a big fight, or you get 2 stars that are entertaining as hell and you make a big fight like that.
Terence Crawford isn't simply going into this fight comfortably, he is striding in as if he already knows how the story will end. The dude is filled with confidence right now. He has also been open about it, saying unequivocally that he would have deposed a prime minister. Manny Pacquiao, if they ever faced up, that isn't simply optimism, it's legacy talk.
Gervonta Davis say you need the money.
Shit.
What's going on with you and Gervonta?
If I'm a boxer, he a boxer, you a boxer, we all need the money.
I ain't doing it for free.
Thank you.
What if Gervonta said, hey, I'll come up to 154?
Crawford isn't coming in looking to win, he's coming in ready to win. And, let's be honest, when a boxer climbs up to weight classes to face a legend like Canelo while still claiming to be the favorite, it tells you all you need to know about Bud's mental state. So hit the like button if you think Crawford vs. Canelo will be the biggest battle of this age. Don't forget to leave a message about whether you got Bud or Canelo, and why. Don't forget to subscribe for more boxing stories.